Okay, I thought I would share with you what we got in today's food truck haul. It was definitely a interesting one, but a good one as always. Again, I have a very kind gentleman that shares with me what they don't want. Let me get some light going on here. Actually, I have two families that share with me what they don't want. Both elderly couple, and so sometimes there's more of items and sometimes there's less if you're new and don't understand that. So today was definitely a cauliflower day. There are 9 cauliflowers here. Each family got 3, and obviously they did not want the cauliflower. The kids are going to be really excited because that means the cauliflower buffalo food nuggets, I don't know, is forthcoming. I was also asked to make my twice baked cauliflower for Easter this Sunday, so this will definitely help. And I may even have some to share with some of the people in my church after all is said and done. We also got a ton of pears. Look at this. So there's 2, 4, 6 here, and there's 2 from yesterday's food truck at the other town that the other couple go to. So they brought those pears. They took out what they wanted and let me have the bags. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 pounds minus whatever they took out. They are not ripe, but I'm really hoping I can some of these. I think that would be fantastic, but we'll see what gets done, what happens. I do want to make sure that the families in our church get what they need as well. And then the last thing we got today from the food trucks is 9 cartons. So one of them kept one of the French onion dip. Each of us got 3. This is made with sour cream. And that is pretty much all I know about this. So I'm wondering if it can be a replacement for sour cream in dishes like stroganoff or maybe even the taco bake. I'm going to kind of get a couple things going and figure that out because these are 24-ounce containers, so there is a lot here. So that's what came in today's food truck haul. Now I did mention yesterday, so let me show you what came in yesterday's as well. We don't go to the one that's on Tuesday. That's just one of the elderly couples that's in their local area, so they go there too. We got 2 more packages. Actually, they got 4 packages of meatballs. They kept 2, and they gave us 2. I'm just going to leave it like this. We have another bag of onions, so I'm going to try to dehydrate these just by themselves, not in the crock pot, and see how that goes. Worst comes to worst, I have tried an experiment with free onions. Best way to do that, right? Ton of, I think these are homegrown sweet potatoes. Personally, there's just some pretty odd shapes that you don't typically see in a store. That's just my personal opinion. And then there is a whole bag of red potatoes. And this is a 5-pound bag. So that's what came in today's. We, as in my kids and I, went to another town over. It was a 40-minute drive, and we picked up a food box that was going. What made it worthwhile in terms of gas was, again, the elderly couple said, hey, it's so mind-boggling to me that there's so many little towns within a 15-mile radius, because I lived in a town where the next nearest larger town was like 2 hours away. So all these little towns in the vicinity, as long as you're in the same county, you can go and visit. And we went, and a couple were there, so I was figuring between what they didn't want and what we got. Oh, this came today too. I forgot all about this. This is spinach. There are 9 packages of spinach. How could I forget that? Oh my goodness. Glad I saw that. So anyway, we tried the box last night. There's going to be a specific video for that. You can check that out when it comes out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed in order to see that video. So here's what we got this week from the food trucks. I'm really super happy about that. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, here is our food truck haul. Now, for those that are new, the food truck is a mobile food bank that we get to go wait in line, and then you just get whatever you get. And the lines keep getting bigger and bigger every week. There's about 20 cars per line, and we were on 8 rows by the end of the time when I got up, which was in row 5. So I have a smaller-ish haul. For those that are used to my channel, usually there is elderly couple that share their bounty, their food with us, but neither of them were there this week, so we did not get the extras. Just wanted to get some light in here. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I got. This has already been dug into, but these are cornflakes. This is a package of cheese, a container of yogurt, a small thing of cottage cheese, and a thing of sour cream. A can of corn, a can of tomato soup, a can of chili, a can of beef stew, a can of spaghetti and meatballs, some sliced carrots, some mandarin oranges, 2 things of tuna, and 1 thing of chicken. Curious. So in my other can of tuna we got from one of the food trucks, it had tuna and soy crumbles in it. So I was like, this doesn't look right. I don't know why. There we go. So anyway, there are those. There is an all-purpose baking mix. Some, we always called these scalloped potatoes. A chicken side, a tuna side, and then some onions, and then the cream of the crop. There's actually meat in this week's box. There was 2 rolls of sausage. These are frozen solid. These are chicken drumsticks, and these are fully cooked maple sausages. And then we had a treat of hot fudge sundae chocolate and 3 baking bars. That is the haul for this week, and my battery is dead, so I'll catch you in the next video. So I did the video where I shared what we used or ate in a day using our food pantry box, and there's a couple reasons why I did that. One of them was to kind of show or how you can get creative with what's in your food box. Another one was to show you know, it's not good to just bank on this, for lack of a better word. But I was like, you know what? Let's use today's food haul to kind of illustrate what could be used for meals here, because this is a lot bigger than a single box. Now that single box, I think it's very important to note that it was an outreach that a church was doing to help the community. And think about it, if that box value was about $18, I think it was $17.88 or something like that. If the value of the box is $18 and they're putting out 200 of these, like, that is a very expensive thing to do. So let's kind of look at what we have here today and how many meals could be made for our family of 7 for this. Okay, so let's kind of go over this. Alright, so first of all, we have a can of tomato soup. Now, this is small and this has only 2.5 per servings. I think it contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Wonder what that is. That's weird. Never seen that before. Anyway, we have a can of dense tomato soup. Let's kind of focus here. And we have a can of chili. This is a 2.5 serving. This is a, I think that's in, oh, it is all in Espanol. So I'm going to assume that that is servings, approximately 2. So we have 4 servings here if I combined this, and I would combine this with a can of corn. That could probably make a lunch. Especially if we topped it with some cheese Everybody gets a little bit. And let's see, if I served it on, if I bought a bag of Frito chips.
Mommy, you need this.
No, but do that outside. Which would be about $2 at the store. You can buy name brand. So I paid $2 and I could have a lunch right here for all of the kids. A little chili with cheese on top. Because I think just by itself, this is not going to cover everybody. You never know. So there's a lunch. Breakfast, we just had cornflakes with some milk. So let's count the cost of milk in here. Let's say $2 for a half gallon. So we're at $4 right now. Using the food pantry stuff. And this is just all off the top of my head, so I haven't really planned this. Alright, so for dinner, let's have some, this is a 5-pound bag, and this has about 14 servings, so this would be 2 meals for us. I'm going to say it's 2 meals. So meal number 1, let's have some chicken and potatoes, and there's a can of corn somewhere. And some corn. So there's 2 meals right there. No, 3 meals. And we spent $4. Then the next day, let's have some sausage. I'm pretty sure this is like a 14. So this would be one day. So we'll have some sausage and we'll have some of the cottage cheese that was in the bag with a can of peaches. And let's say that the can of peaches is 89 cents. So there's another $1. We're at $5 right now in 2 days. So we're going to have the sausage, we're going to have the cottage cheese, and we're going to top some peaches on it. For lunch, we're going to do these 2 things of noodles and one of this and one of this, because these will not be enough. One of these will not be enough for my family. This is a serving of 2.5. And let's be honest, Mom here, I feed the kids first, they eat. If there's any leftovers, I eat it. That's just how I usually do things. A, so it doesn't waste any food. And B, just to make sure that the kids have gotten what they need. That's just how I've always done things. So, going back to the food thing here, we've got 2, sides, and I'll have to make both of these. And we'll just have to stretch this tuna out for both of them. Again, I just have a large family, so this is what we're going to have to do. So we have our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Again, it's just going to be the chicken, but we are out of potatoes. We used them. So I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to make a batch of biscuits. Let me see how much a batch of biscuits will make. Make 6 biscuits. Okay, so 1 batch. Half a pouch. So I can get 1 batch of biscuits out of this. So that'll be dinner that night. And I will probably throw in a bag of green beans. You know what? Instead of the peaches, we're going to top it with this and use this and save our $1. So we're still at $4. And so we'll have chicken and biscuits, and I'm going to throw in a bag of green beans, which is $1. So now we're back up to $5. So that's 2 days worth of meal, $5. Most of this. We still have 1 more batch of these. So next morning we're going to open up this. We'll have this. We're going to have the yogurt instead of the cottage cheese. So we're going to have sausage and yogurt. And we'll probably just top the yogurt with some bananas or fresh fruits or whatever we have. So let's add another $2 into that for the bananas, okay? So now we're at $7 on day 3 for breakfast. For lunch, I have one of these. Some kids getting food. I don't know what to tell you. Probably for lunch, we'll have to kind of just pass at this point. Oh, we had that can of soup. I let my son use it for his little backpacking adventures. So we have that can of soup, and we had this. Each of these is a servings of 2. I have a 5-year-old, so I think we could stretch it between the 2 of them. So the kids will have either half of them will have this and half of them will have the soup. And we'll just make that stretch. So there's lunch. And what do we still have left? We have a thing of chicken and half a thing of biscuits for dinner. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get another mixed bag of vegetables out. So there's another $1. We're at $6 for day 3 using what was given to us. I'll open this up. I'll put it in a 8x8 pan with the veggies. Bless you. I have some onion steel here that I didn't point out, but we have onions, so, and the sour cream. I do still have the sour cream. But let's see. So how I could make that work is using the sour cream as kind of the milk base and watering it down with either water or chicken broth and then kind of thickening a little bit. Basically what I'm going to be trying to do is make a chicken pot pie using the other biscuit mix, the chicken, some onions, the sour cream, and we'll get creative, but I'm going to guess I would put in another $1 or $2, and I think I've, $7 now for 3 days worth of food using the food pantry, and we still have some treats left like baking chocolate and baking chocolate chips. So here you go. We got 3 days worth. Stretching it really thin, especially on lunch. I can tell you right now that lunch would be, I would still have some cheese left, so I could definitely stretch it with some of the cheese. And maybe even like pull out, I'll bet you there would be some left over of the chicken from these drumsticks that I could put into this thing because this seems a little low on that. But we would make it work using, again, anything that we would have here. I could make it stretch. If I had to buy anything, it would get maybe $10 for 3 days, which is still pretty good to feed family of 7 for 3 days for 3 meals. That's still pretty good. So there's an idea of what you could do, and using this mobile food pantry to kind of give you a more realistic look. So I hope that was enjoyable. I hope that kind of gave you some ideas, and I will see you in the next video. I started putting all the food away before I made that video, so I am not on the ball. We also have 2 1-pound rolls of sausage that we can get creative with. I can use that maybe with the potatoes that I already have here and make an extra meal and kind of stretch things further. So we're probably going to go into 4 days of food from this food pantry, getting creative, getting down to brass. That's not the word I want to think of. Getting creative and really trying to utilize and be intentional with the food that we have here.